and greetings. Welcome back to the woodland, and very pleased am I to be back here. I know it's been probably 4 weeks since I put the last video out. I had gout, which lasted for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then I've been working on a different project, which I'm hoping I'll be able to show you a bit of footage at the end of this video. But in the meantime, there have been quite a lot of questions asked about the Haven hammock and using it without the Haven tarp. So I thought this time I'd bring that out. And as regards food, we're going simple this time, and there'll be more about that later. So first off, I'm going to put all of the hammock and the tarp up, and then I'll show you it. So welcome to the palace. It's much better than the Haven fly sheet. Although the Haven fly sheet I suppose makes it more sealed, but I shouldn't get condensation on me at all tonight. But that's a good setup. That's the DD 3x3 with the Haven, and the right hand end, you can't quite see it, but it's slightly higher. Someone very kindly gave me a suggestion to put the head end slightly higher than the foot end, which actually does make it much more comfortable. But there's plenty of room, and I've got it all set up for the night. I've got my Enlightened Equipment sleeping quilt, because the mattress on these I think is an R value of about 4.5. I think the Amok is 5, and I believe that my Thermarest is 6. Now I've noticed quite a few videos where people have been saying that they were cold in the night. It really does pay to spend your money on a decent sleeping bag or quilt and a decent mattress, and once you've got those two, you have fantastic warm night's sleep. I'll try and show you the inside of here. You can see where the ground sheet, it's just, like I said, it's the DD 3x3. When I get in the hammock it will sink down, but good little setup I think. Right, for supper this evening I'm going all preppy, because I've got MREs. There's a chicken curry with potato, which is okay. There is golden vegetable rice, which is very nice. And then there's a chocolate sponge pudding with chocolate sauce. However, MREs tend to be, I think, very bland. I think they are trying to keep them low in salt, and so they don't really season them properly, I don't think. And the prepper shop has come up with a cracking little idea. They have a deluxe cooking and accessory kit, which they're selling for £1.99. Now I bought these, I bought all of these things, and I think it's really good value. I'll tell you what, I'll show you what's in it. First off, you get a spork, which, you know, you don't really need that, but whatever. You get some scouring pads, no idea why. You get hexi blocks, and with it you get a foldable hexi heater. Bear in mind this is all in the £1.99. You then get wet wipes, so you can clean up afterwards. You get water purification tablets. You get windproof and waterproof matches. A packet of paper tissues, and then you get a bag of, well, you get some chewing gum, and then you get a bag of tea and coffee and sugar and whitener. But you also get, which is why it's interesting for tonight, you also get a sachet of curry powder, a sachet of chili powder, 2 sachets of hot sauce, which we were using that this evening to pimp that MRE, because like I said, they're always really bland, and I think this will really take it up a notch. There's also a sachet of salt and a sachet of pepper and one of tomato ketchup. So all in all, I think for £1.99 that's a cracking little deal. I think the Hexi heaters are more than that, just on their own. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with that, and we'll see if we can create something nice out of the MRE. Now the chicken curry and potato is, I think, the best of the lot. But again, the prepper shop, these MREs are £2.97, I think, so they're just under £3. It says best before end of 2025. Well, that's 2045 as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, I'm rather pleased with that. So my tea will consist of the £2.97 curry, the £2, I think the chocolate sauce, the chocolate pudding with chocolate sauce was £2.97 as well. The rice was £1, and the accompaniments, I shan't use them all, so I'll have some leftovers. But yeah, they were £1.99, so I think that's quite a good deal. So as you've seen, I have got my fire pit with me, but I am going to use the Hexi block heater because I haven't used one of those in yonks, probably not since I was about 15 or 20, I think, and that's just a couple of years ago. Now another thing, apparently the algorithm in YouTube, it works best if people have lots of likes on the videos, so please do just click the like button. It really helps the channel, and it'll help the videos get out to more people, and so the channel can grow. But anyway, I'm going to crack open a beer now because it's just about beer o'clock. I've got Peroni with me today, so not going to have too many of those because I might not make it to the hammock. But yes, I think the temperature's supposed to go down to, it's supposed to feel like it's down to -1 tonight, -1 Celsius that is. But I believe it's not freezing, so it's about 1 degree. And certainly in my in the Haven Hammock, that is a really good piece of kit. There's been a lot of questions, as I said earlier, about the comparison between that and the Amok. And the Amok obviously is quite a lot more expensive. The Amok, you have more space beside you because just the way that it's built. So you can stash stuff and store stuff, whereas this is in the more traditional longitudinal format, but it still does have lots of storage pockets around it. I've got a load of old dry lichen. I've got some little sticks as well, so I'm going to bung that down there and get some little sticks ready. It's a bit stringy, this stuff. I've got a load of other sticks there. I'm going to use that old favourite wire wool and a flint and striker. There you go. It needs a little help. Guys, oh dear, it's certainly a smoky fire. It's going. You can see all the bluebells are starting to come out. Absolutely no leaves on the trees whatsoever. Just buds. There's just a bit of a wind blowing at the moment, so I've just put the wind guard around on the far side of the fire from me, just so it reflects the heat back. And they really do work well, these. They're only about £8, I think, from Amazon. But they do reflect the heat back to you instead of it just blowing away. There's a bit of a crisp wind coming from behind me, so I had an extra ground sheet with me. So I just made a little windbreak. Just a temporary thing. just whilst I'm sitting out, so I'll take it down when I go to bed. So we fold that up, and that up, that up, and that up. I think this might be asking a little bit too much of this thing. So we've got a great big pot to go on it. So we've got the hexi blocks, and we've got the matches. Put the victims in the cauldron. Oh, that's nice. It's resealable. So you've got the tear-off strip, but then there's a like one of those zip-locky sort of things. Cool, they stink. So we've got 6 to try with. So we've got a match. I might actually get that wind guard because I think that we might need it. So we'll put our pan on. That'll definitely help it. So that's the second lot of the blocks, and I think we're coming to the end of those, but we've got a boil on. So they did a hell of a lot better than I thought they were going to do. The 5th and 6th hexi blocks gone out, but they've had a rolling boil for a good 10 minutes, I would have thought. It all looks very hot and steamy. We'll start off with salt because I know it needs salt. So probably about a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, chili powder. Probably about a quarter teaspoon of this, about that. And then we've got mild curry powder. Perfect for about that much. But believe me, I'm winging it. I haven't tried this before because this is the first time I've had these luxury things. So then there's a bit of hot sauce. Didn't look very pleasant, but anyway. I've still got it in the water, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir it and get that all mixed in. And I'm not going to say I'm plating up because I think that's a bit too much for doing this. Oops. Okay, so we've got that. And we basically just turf this in as well. Ooh. Well, the sachet's empty. And as you can see, it's hot. But what I'll do quickly is I'll just I'll dump that in there. That's my chocolate pudding. So let's see what this tastes like. Because I know it was very bland when it didn't have any pimping. So oh, well, it's certainly hot. My God, that's brilliant. I really like it. The hot sauce doesn't look particularly pleasant, but you can tell that you can taste the curry powder, which is brilliant. So I think we've just pimped our first MRE. I can't tell you how much better that is than when it's been left alone. That is so much better. So much better. My God. I think the curry powder is the winner. It just actually tastes like a curry now. I tell you what, I can recommend this. If you've got these MREs, do this, because they're bloody brilliant. Flavour, for God's sake. That is bloody sensational. That is so much better than that in its raw state. So much better. God, I love it. It's like, oh, I've got another 10 of these. Ha ha! Right. I'm going to toast you with a pepperoni, and I'm going to eat it. I think the chocolate pudding I'm probably going to put on the fire because we've used all the hexi blocks now. But very impressive. That's that kit. £1.99. £1.99 or 97. Less than £2. I thought I'd have a look at this scouring pad. It looks like it's got some sort of soap or something impregnated into it. I tell you what, that's impressive. Because that curry didn't half stick to it. Clean as a whistle. This is the chocolate pudding. There's not really any pleasant way of describing it. Well, let's not judge it. Well, I'll give it something. It's got a better consistency currently than those maple syrup buns that I bought a lot of. So let's see what it tastes like. Actually, that's not bad. I think if I did it again, I would put some custard with it, because I think it needs a little something more than this rather paltry amount of chocolate sauce. Well, I can tell you my appetite has been satisfied. And one more thing, in that pack that I told you about earlier, the deluxe cooking and accessory kit or whatever it is, they have some wet wipes. And that's the reason that I'm filming still, because I did get a bit of chocolate around my chops. So yeah, they were really, really good. But cracking little piece of kit. And I am going to have a go at that curry in a different environment, which I might show you at the end of this video. But I know I can make that curry go from good to great with just a little bit of help. But yeah, we'll go from there. But yes, thoroughly enjoyed that, and now I'm going to sit back and relax, because I think it's going to start, the sun's down, so it's going to start going dark in about 15 minutes or so. So yeah, I'm just going to chill out now. Just enjoy the forest, which is why I'm up here. For the avoidance of doubt, this is how real men go camping. It'd be good to hear from anyone who didn't have central heating when they were children. If there are any millennials watching, it's called a hot water bottle. Mine's got mushrooms on it. Ooh, that's nice. Put that up there. Ah, camping. Good morning all. Good night's sleep, very comfortable as expected, nice and toasty, and yeah, it was a good night's sleep. That's a great setup. The biggest problem, I think, having used the Haven with its own fly sheet is you get a lot of condensation in it, and obviously having the fly sheet so much further away from it, you don't get that. So that's a good setup, and it's one I'd recommend. I'm just going to have a coffee and then I'll be packing up, but do stick around because you'll get the beginning of a project that I'm working on that I alluded to earlier in the video. So thank you very much for watching. Do enjoy the next bit, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye. Well, as you can see, we can now have the topping out ceremony because the roof's on. Now, I know that I haven't shown really very much video of that at all, but there were some very dubious working practices involved in that, so I thought rather than have the YouTube community come down on me like a ton of bricks, I'd just put it up. So anyway, it's up. Day 4 of the build. All of the stuff down here is all reclaimed, so it's dirty at the moment, but it will get a wash. There's a reclaimed door, so we've got the trim strips on. All the foam inserts are in. You can see there's this bit's the secret thing. So we've got the trim strips on. All the foam inserts are in. You can see there's this bit's the secret thing. I don't think anyone else ever has got one of these. So at the end of day 4.5, we're all sealed up. I've put the door frame in. You can see it here. I've just got to put the weather strips down around it. I've got the boarding to go up. And then there's that. Why don't you put a comment and see if you can work out what it is?